What's going on? You know we're going to touch on it. When they lucky they don't let me, TikTok don't let me bang on them haters, so I just got to keep it scholarship. Because there's a couple of heads on here I need to chop. With scholarship. But I'm just saying, y'all going to report me. So I can't even go that route. But I wish y'all can get Chief Cutter in here. Get Thief Cutter in here. Y'all go ahead and share this live. Get your boy Thief Cutter. He calls himself UMF, right? I guess that's for you, motherfucker. Nah, we finna straighten some of that. Because people that say question everything, but they don't want you to question them. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? How you gonna say question everything and get mad when somebody actually question you? That's dumb. Y'all dudes ain't got no science. Like, we know the MUURs, they're Moors, but you got people trying to steal the science so bad. They'll say they're mirrors. We're mirrors. We're not Moors. We're mirrors. MUU. Man, y'all stop stealing our knowledge, man. You feel me? MUU is pronounced like MOO, like when a cow goes moo. So it's Moors. You know what I'm saying? Not Moors. We the Moors. They want to freak it to be something different so bad. I guess they never heard of the Sagamores. Huh? They don't know what a Sagamore chief is. But they're scared of the word Moor. I mean, like, gotta make it make sense. Yeah, I appreciate y'all tapping that screen. Let's go ahead and get into it then. Like I say, share this to Chief Cutter. I call him Thief Cutter. You know what I mean? Since he, blocking real niggas like myself. Touch on this first. Matter of fact. Since we were just looking at that Statue of Liberty, bringing up how, did you know that the Statue of Liberty was originally a Muslim woman? Straight into the iconic Statue of Liberty was originally intended to be a Muslim woman that was a symbol for the people of Egypt. Instead of residing in New York Harbor, the Statue of Liberty was initially intended to be a gift to Egypt from the French of a poor Muslim woman in traditional garb as a symbol in the Suez Canal to a Smithsonian magazine. Right? The original structure was intended to be an 86-foot tall figure of hope and liberty called Egypt carrying the light of Asia, and would be a symbol of progress. However, it was dismissed by the Egyptian ruler at that time, Ismail Pasha. Right? That's the real one. Like they say, she was carrying a lamp. And this was supposed to be in what they want to call a working class Egyptian. You know? Not necessarily a royal or anything. Basically a regular old Egyptian. Right? Us. All right, that's just a tap on something. But we finna definitely get with this Moorish side. Because y'all playing. Where my haters at? You know? We're going to stop this Moorish erasure. What's happening? Yeah, y'all ain't share this to Thief Cutter. Share this to Thief Cutter. You know, that UMF, you motherfuckers. I guess that's what UMF stand for. You feel me? This is entertainment and educational purposes only. You know? Yeah, this is a book that I recommend people go out there and buy. So we can stop this Moorish erasure. Yeah, real talk. All right. Yeah, I got to get that book. But let's go to this. Who were the Moors in ancient times? Who were the Moors in ancient times is a blog response to Dan Calloway's YouTube video, The Origin of the Term Moor. Like he knows something about Moors. He don't know nothing about Moors. If you have not seen that video yet, please watch it first before this blog post, because you all need to see how ignorant this young man is when it comes down to Moors and actual historical facts. I will even go as far as saying that Dan Calloway and young Pharaoh are both agents because of the level of misinformation. Watch this. And this the brother Amin Hobay, the author of America is the True Old World, right? I don't know why y'all don't recognize that. The author of the book is a Moor. Hold on. Right? The Moors of Mount Meru, Mary, Moor. Any real scholar should know that the Americas is Tamari, the land of the Moors, the land of Mary. Therefore, it is fair to say that Dane Calloway and young Pharaoh are amateur scholars at best. Don't we see this every day on TikTok? Show me somebody from that community better than Dane Calloway or young Pharaoh. And them guys is whack when it comes to being accurate. So I'm pretty sure everybody beneath them are equally whack or whacker than them at accuracy. They're not accurately factual, right? They fill in the blanks with their opinion because they see what the crowd want to hear. Yeah, the crowd want to hear me say this bullshit, right? And I'm going to prove it with this post. So let's begin to debunk them as scholars. Let me get it right. All right, a book of the beginning by English poet and Egyptologist Gerald Massey. He tells us that this name for a land lying northwest of the African center, always reckoning from the south, would deposit the names of the Mari. Of the Mari land, aka Maryland, Marmarica, a duplicate form, and Morocco, which is Morocco, as the Mari or Moors went farther into Spain or Xiphon. From these and other data may be drawn the inference that the Maori people were self-named as the immigrants who came from the northwest, one name of which Maru, Egyptian Muru, or the Maru. Gerald Massey further states that the Mari name is that of the later Moors of a land under the Tropic of Cancer and northwest of the equator. That sound like America, right? Y'all know y'all coordinates? northwest of the equator, as well as of Ethiopia, the typical birthplace. And the name of the Moor is found on the Egyptian monuments is written Mari, right? Or Mari. The original Mari dwelt in the northwestern land lying between the Atlantic and Mediterranean. Yeah, and their name, let's go to the next one. Right. The Venus Blueprint, the book called The Venus Blueprint, Uncovering the Ancient Science of Sacred Spaces by Richard Merrick. And the author gives us information regarding to the variance of the word Moor and its etymological root, writing that to be fair, this is not the only path taken by the Rig Veda and the Meru name. Variations of the name traveled with many different people along often circuitous routes at different times in history. For example, the people who migrated across the Mediterranean into Spain from North Africa were known as Moors or Moorish, a derogatory name meaning dark. Think moon and night. They came from Moroccan cities such as Marrakech, again meaning land of God. In Mauritania, both are located beneath the Atlas mountain range west of Egypt. In the way, the word for dark was likely taken from these people's beliefs in Meru and the corresponding Egyptian M apostrophe R. Right? Richard Merrick then tells us that we can say the same about Meru as a name in India because of the Mauryan Empire or the Lemurian dynasty. Right? This Lemuria is where you get Lemuria from. Right? All right. Meru as a name in India, the Mauryan Empire that first unified the entire Indian subcontinent in 340 BCE, was named after its emperor, Chandragupta Maurya. In this case, the emperor's name is believed to have originated from Moria or Maria, after another reference to the sacred mountain of Rig Veda. Not only have we been given Phoenician evidence, but there are numerous references that validate the presence of ancient Egyptians in the Americas. In the book America, Timeless World by Chilean-born writer and researcher Hector Burgos-Stone, we are told that Egyptians were originally native. You heard that? Chilean-born writer and researcher Hector Burgos-Stone, right, told that Egyptians were originally native of South America, of South America's equatorial regions, throughout Peru, Bolivia, and southern Brazil. Numerous findings have substantiated comparisons to ancient Egypt. Such discoveries pertain to customs, myths, common names of gods, and etymological similarities. Hector Burgos-Stone also tells us that according to ancient Egyptian legends and traditions, the Sphinx came from the west. In high regard. Hold on. Yeah, they held it as the Amenti, which is the heavens. Make sure I ain't skipping that. All right. Hold on 1 second. Phone moving slow. I had to crazy. 1 second. All right. Got my brother out. All right. Boom. The Morocco in North Africa, right? It wasn't established until 1956. The Morocco that first recognized the U.S. in 17. Therefore, the Morocco that recognized the U.S. in 1777 as a nation couldn't have been the Morocco that was established in North Africa in 1956, right? 180, right? Morocco was not around. The Kingdom of Morocco was not around in 1777. The Morocco that is referring to is Al-Morocco, which means the farthest, most west, right? North America is a continent that is in the far west. Al-Morocco, which means the farthest, most west, is an ancient name for America. This was not the only name for America, but it did exist very recent on paper, as you can see. And this blog post is an image of a gold coin. Yep, showing you the Lady Liberty, which was a black woman that I keep showing y'all right here. Yep. All right, hold on. Boom. Like my brother says, I'm on Hotep Bay. I have debunked double agents Dane Calloway and Young Pharaoh, but we are not done with them yet because we're having fun with this. I know I am having fun. Let's see if we can find the term Moor or Moor, like these dudes trying to run off with it. Like I say, man, y'all share this to your boy Chief Cutter. I call him Thief Cutter. Yeah, it is what it is. Might well give me the smoke. Smarty pants. All right. When you lie, I'm gonna fry you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you when you're right. I don't care who you is. You know what you really talking about. I'm with you when you're right. When you wrong, man. Just correct it. You know what I'm saying? Dude say question everything, but you can't question him. Question him is gonna be an issue. These dudes block you. They block you off their platform when you question them. Right? We need to get out of our feelings and understand that Moor is the ancient and proper way of calling someone with dark skin black. Moors were black people of all faiths and customs, and not just Islam. There are also two sets of Moors. The Moors spelled with the OO are Moors from Europe and Africa. The Moors spelled with MUUR are Moors from Mu, Atlantis, aka Lemuria. You know, he included a lot of stuff right there. But you do see MUR in Lemuria, of course. But you see that even with some of the Moors that went into Europe, they were the Almorabidan. All of them were not Almoravid. Some were Almorabidan, MUR. So, you know how it goes. But the Moor spelled, right? Keep in mind that you have the title Moor, Mu, Mur, Mar, Muru, Mary in the word America. Excuse me. For example, America, Tamariinka, and Amin Raka, right? Al Morocco, Al Muraka, Almari Khan, Amuruka, Mexum, old Mexico, so to speak. Etymology is a powerful true science, right? Now the fact, all right. Oh, shit, stop. It wouldn't even let me show. Okay, I would say, wouldn't even let me show that image. What the hell? Right. You see, the definition of blackamoor. They're saying a blackamoor of earlier black and Moor, right? Earlier form of Moor. A dark-skinned person, a person belonging to a darkly pigmented race. You see, especially what? Especially Negro. Especially a Negro is what they're telling you the word Moor means. All right. All right. Mm-hmm. The Iroquois League of Nations has a lot in common with the Camp Holmes Treaty of 1835 that recognizes the five civilized, and I'm glad to see that the brother picked up on what I definitely call them, the five Christianized tribes. That's what they are. It's part of the Wachita Nation. The Treaty of Camp Holmes can be read here, right? These are the five Christianized tribes, so-called five civilized tribes. Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, and Seminole. Anyone claiming to be one of these tribes is a Washita Moor. And I got a Camp Holmes Treaty of August 24th, 1835 to prove this. The Washita Moors were direct descendants of the Olmec Moors, who were from the Americas since they were survivors of the Atlantis disaster. There have been no Olmec heads found in Africa, so the Olmecs were native to the Americas. The name Washita comes from the Washita River, which flows along northwest Texas and Oklahoma. Right? I hope everybody familiar with this goddess right here. This is Empress Verdiachi of the Washita de Dogdemonia Empire. And as it states, the Dogdemonia Empire are descendants of the Kushite Empire. Y'all need to take note. I'm talking. People think we just some boxed in individuals and call something an empire. You can't have an empire unless you are spanning the globe. Empires span the globe. We're talking about many, many kingdoms, not one kingdom. We're a kingdom. No, we were empire. We had emperors, empresses, right? We were part of the empire, right? So the Washita Demonia Empire, Moor, are descendants of the Kushite Empire, the Songhai Malian Empire of the Olmecs, and the Ottoman Empire, which is the Moroccans, the Washita Demonia Moors, which are also called the Choctaw, Washata, which is the tribe of Shabazz, right? Watch this. If we get it up, beloved, hold on. Do we have connection now? Is we back? Is we hate the hating? Is we back? Yeah. See if y'all tell some more people in here again. Y'all know how I go. The tribe of Hebrew or Israelites and lay claim to the following land by and through bloodline. Her Majesty, Her Highness, the late Dr. Empress Verdiachi, Tiara Washita Turner Golston L. Bay, and the great-great-granddaughter of Marie Antoinette, 6 times removed, and the rightful heir to the throne of France, Spain, and England by the royal bloodline. Pokuche. She laid claim to the following land by and through bloodline. Pokchuke, de Bourbon Estate, also known as the Imperial International Estate of the Bourbon Habsburg Empire. People don't know about Habsburg. That's a part of Germany. That's the German Empire. This is all an empire, not just a kingdom. Empire has many, many kingdoms, and this is the list, right? Which includes Western Europe. The Bourbon Estate, also known as the Imperial International State of the Bourbon Habsburg Empire, which includes Western Europe, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, Sicily, Naples, Sardinia, Spain, and Portugal, as well as most of North America and Caribbean, in addition to Central and South America, and all of North. Right? Watch this. Right? So watch this. I and Marie, their imperial marriage would become official in 1795, pursuant to the conveyance of Spanish land grants bestowed upon the young heir, King Louis VII. Hold on, the 17th, right? King Louis the 17th. You know, XVII. And his wife and heiress, Maria. These two would also receive the Imperial Spanish Land Grant of 1763. As a recipient of both the 1762 and 1795 Spanish land grants, King Louis XVII became known as Marquis de Maison Rogue, owner of Louisiana and Florida. This is how we know Louisiana. Shout out to B for All. I see you down there. I ain't no hater. What I'm saying is, Louisiana gets its name from Louis y Anna. Anna is Maria, right? And Louis is King Louis XVII, who became known as Marquis, which is like saying Moorish, of Mason, Rogue. You feel me? The Moorish Mason, the Moorish Rogue Mason, owner of Louisiana and Florida. These land grants supersedes Rick Holly, president and CEO of Plum Creek Timber Company, is the state's largest private landowner, landholder's deeds, colorable rights. Upon the death of Maria and King Louis XVII, the titles of Louisiana, Dauphin and Regent, Marquis de Maison Rogue, were conveyed to the next in line, to the Imperial French Crown, Louis Francis Joseph de Bourbon, Prince de Conti, 1734 to 1814, the son of Louis Francis. Monroe, Louisiana. Right, with the death of Joseph de Bourbon, his eldest son, Henry Joseph Turner inherited the Mason Rogue estate. Henry Joseph Turner became the recipient of 1762 and 1795 imperial Spanish land grants, making him the third Marquis de Mason Rogue. Henry Joseph Turner married Sarah Tunica. This is how we know the word Turner comes from the Tunica tribe, because of this family, this bloodline, these Moors. So Nat Turner was a Moor, a Washita. He was fighting over his land. He was owed these land grants. He was a part of an empire. He was an emperor. He had inherited all of the land that they were attempting to take at that moment. So this is the reason Nat Turner went all the way out like that. And from this union came their eldest son, Joseph Henry Turner, the fourth Marquis de Mason Rogue, Timothy Drew, which we know as Noble Drew Ali, was Prince and fifth Regent Marquis de Mason Rogue, by and through his mother, Eliza, a daughter of Sarah Tunica and Henry Joseph Turner. Eliza Tunica Turner married John A. Drew Quitman, the father of Noble Drew Ali, Keatman, or Keetowa, one of the 5 names for Cherokee, according to the oral statement and prophecies. Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, "I am the 5th and last prophet, and I am 5 times more powerful than I was before." This is the reason why Noble Drew Ali is referred to as a prophet, because he had land, he had land of milk and honey, Canaan, to take us, Assyrians. They say Assyrians, but we're Assyrians, who they call Osiris, right? Because he was the god of the West, right? Biblically called Israelites. To unlike the allegorical fictional character Moses, whose story is based on Amenhotep the fourth, Ankh-Aten, Akhenaten, right, to go to. Moreover, Bro A. Wise Bay, Grand National Secretary, said that the Holy Prophet said, "I didn't tell anyone." However, as a natural person, it is not necessarily to be naturalized. Okay, I kind of skipped over here back to the emperors, because they were talking about how the Washita had won back 68,883 acres of land in Louisiana. The court case, the United States versus the heirs of Henry Turner, or Tunica, case 32, United States Appellate Court in 1850, was an appeal to an earlier case won by the heirs of Henry Tunica, called the heirs of Turner versus the United States, case 191. In 1848. In other words, on June 6, 1848, a Supreme Court decision read by Theo H. McCaleb, the judge, declared that the United States does not own the land of the ancient ones, mound builders of North America, much more than 1 million square miles of land. Moor are the title holders. The titles are El, Bay, Day, Al, and Ali, translated as the 5 civilized so-called Indian tribes: Choctaw, Washita, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Creek, Muskogee, Seminole, which is Yamasee, right? Also, the court declared the lawful landowners are the heirs of Henry Turner, Washita Moors. A series of congressional bills, acts, and U.S. Supreme Court cases reaffirm national sovereignty for the heirs of Henry Turner de Bourbon, and the claim has been recorded before the World Court at The Hague, 1996. All right. Washington Empire for dispossession of our people and the unauthorized occupation of our lands. 80 quadrillion non-counterfeit U.S. dollars. That's more money than they have in circulation. There is documentation in the National Archives in Washington, D.C., and I'm talking about in the world. That's more money than they have in circulation in the world. They only have trillions of dollars in circulation, not quadrillions. Right? There is no documentation in the National Archives in Washington, D.C. and elsewhere that there is documentation in the National Archives in Washington, D.C. and elsewhere that confirm the mound builders, the the Washington de Dogdemonia. The United States has recognized the Washington de Dogdemonia Moors as an indigenous people of North America and had under consideration in the 105th Congress, House Resolution number 260, the Guadalupe Hidalgo Treaty Land Claims Act of January 1997. All right, we can look in here. All right, looking at this article. Louisiana continuing her quest to bring truth to light. Empress Verdiachi Tierra Washita Tunica Ghostin El Bay, recalling 40 years of work, including research as an archivist, in order to locate documents and treaties concerning land known as the Louisiana Purchase, in which her people are identified as the Ancient Ones. The Empress says their land was never included in any land deal. That was not part of the Louisiana Purchase when sold by Spain to France, nor was it bought in 1803 when France rose it to the United States of America. President Thomas Jefferson was well aware of this fraudulent land deal, and stated his sentiments at the time. In truth, the land spoken of has never been a part of the United States of America. It has always belonged to the Ancient Ones. This sounds like the same land President Abraham Lincoln was going to return to the Moors after slavery. He called it the Egypt of the West and or Central America, the land between the Rockies and the Allegheny Mountains, from the Gulf of Mexico up into Canada and on both sides of the Mississippi. In 1848, the Washita and Tunica nations took their land case before the U.S. Supreme Court and won their case under Judge Taney, the same judge who in 1856 gave his opinion, which was not a legal decision, in the tragic Dred Scott case, which basically states there is nothing that a white man is bound to respect. Huh? And this same man obviously looked at these dark-skinned Washita as something different than that black man because he respected it, And he said there was there's no laws, or there is nothing a black man has that a white man is bound to respect. The result of this opinion meant further slavery and death to Washita Tunica and other nations. They were murdered by the tens of thousands, enslaved and run off their lands. Their names were changed to hide the truth of their history. The Washita became Washington, and Tunica became Turner. Mhm. Exactly. Nor should they want to be. They shouldn't want to be citizens, but hey, I think they're fighting to be. Yeah, yeah. This was Crown Prince Hutan Tupac Bey, formerly Prince Ramesses Abel Bey. Below, same picture on the First World Order. Authored by Asaro Alim, New Tupac El Bey, the great Dr. Alim El Bey. Y'all go order that book, The First World Order. Right? June 6, 2003, Crown Prince Hutan Tupac Bey, formerly Prince Ramesses Abel Bey, formed the first nation state of the Empire Washita de Dugdamunya Moors. Yeah, he was granted the position of prince by the empress herself. Hmm. What they talking about? If if we not him, this type of Indian right here, who could they get to replace him? Like, which one of these people would tell us that there was no such thing as a Moor in this part of the world before Columbus? The people that say that, none of them favor this Indian. Mm. Only the people that lost their history and their culture and don't necessarily know their roots. For some reason, they look just like him. Mm. Riddle me that. Who are the Washita, Quashita, Wichita, Choctaw, Itawa, Utah, Waseti, plural, Washington, Washington, Wishakan, mm, Wahunkatoon, or Washakatoon. 1993 was proclaimed the International Year of the World's Indigenous People by the members states. Okay. Yeah, I'm really at the end of it now, even though it's always too much more. Y'all already know. The forms of the word Moor include Mar, Moor, More, Moore, Moure, Mowr, Mowo, Mowre, Moore, which is a way I haven't even seen before. Mare, Moore, now with initial capital. Middle English, Moor. In French, More, 13th century Mare. In Latin, Maris. In medieval Latin, there's Morris. Greek, Marvos. Let me see. Italian, Moro. In Middle Dutch, Moor and Moor. In Dutch, it was Moor. Old High German, Moor. The plural of that was Mori. Middle High German, Moor. Mar. And of course, Moor, M-O-H-R. The Latin Mars, Greek Marvels, may possibly be from some ancient North African language. Some believe the word to be merely a use of Greek marvels, meaning black, which on this view is aphetic from another word similar meaning blind. But this adjective, or at least this sense of it, is confined to late Greek and may even be derived from the ethnic name. In ancient history, a native of Mauritania, a region of northern Africa corresponding to parts of Morocco and Algeria. In later times, one belonging to the people of mixed Berber and Arab race, Mohammedan in religion, who constitute the bulk of the population of northwestern Africa, and who in the 8th century conquered Spain in the Middle Ages and as late as the 17th century. The Moors were commonly supposed to be mostly black or very swarthy, though the existence of white Moors was recognized, and hence the word was often used for Negro. All right. Yeah, man. I still want y'all to send this to Chief Cutter. If I stay on here any longer, it's really for the smoke. Cause I done brought the facts. Now I need smoke. You know what I'm saying? And this blunt tastes good, but I'm saying I'm finna roll up one of these fake chiefs, man. Y'all trying to run off with the information. Can't be stealing from the Moors and hating on the Moors at the same time. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. The information is full of beliefs. They want everybody to think like them. Like the dude literally had a video earlier talking about question everything. But just yesterday, you blocked me for questioning you. If I question you, that's the problem. But then you say question everything. So, that ain't this and this ain't that. So if somebody want to question anything I say, I welcome it. You feel me? Because I'm true to the saying, question everything. I'm true to that. These other cats ain't true to that. Because you question them, block. But yeah, people trying to even make a new way to say the MUURs. They're mirrors. They're mirrors. We're not Moors, we're mirrors. Like, come on, man. Stop this cap. Stop it. It's senseless. I swear to you. It ain't making no sense. I could pull up the Chiefs or the Washington talking. They're not going to say, we're mirrors. We're mirrors. They're going to say, we're Moors. Peace and love, wise one. What's going on?
Brother, it's been a long time. You get back.
Yeah, I got it back.
That's
I
what's
know.
up.
I got a tiptoe. I got a tiptoe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Being
I know you heard of the dude Chief Cutter, right?
uh
You done seen him around. He bald head. He be talking good. Sometimes he be having a little sign. Sometimes like kind of like
what
pecan
he
tan dude with a bald head. And a lot of
what he
people
do?
be
What's up with him?
sharing his video. Yeah, he the type to say question everything, but then as soon as you question him, you get blocked. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
wow. So he blocked you
So
off alive.
yeah, he a hypocrite, right?
I just invited you to David Live.
Oh, David over there, yeah, still getting it in. And
Yeah, did you get that invite I sent you?
yeah, I was on my other phone. Matter of fact, I was doing this when you sent it.
Oh, okay. Because they
Yeah,
was
I've been up
pulling
there a
up
little bit.
mad information about the
Yeah, I
Moors.
seen
So
the dude said the Moor is every 2 minutes.
yeah.
Ain't that? But that's when you know somebody doing some research.
Right,
Yeah,
right, 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 right.
you feel me? That's all it boiled down to. Like, ain't no way they're gonna be able to find ancient American history without studying the Moors.
Right, right,
You
right.
know,
So I mean
ancient Black history without studying the Moors.
all that shit coming to light. Even some of the Indians waking up to know that they've been robbed of their nationality and Indian was our reclassification name. You know,
Hmm.
like I've been telling them, we all the same. We one and the same.
Yep,
Same people, just reclassification. So when we can get that part right, then we can fucking unite and take our shit back.
exactly. Ain't nothing stronger than we the people. Like
Right,
people always come out, why y'all ain't did it? You know, like we can't do it without you.
right.
You
It
know,
got to
it's
be
just
an
that simple.
everybody thing.
Yeah, I can't go as an individual versus the government. You know.
Right. And we got to attack every state and have
Mm,
electors in every state. So that's going
mm.
to take all of us to do that.
Yeah, we gotta want to walk on that right side because we know that the sharif is or the sheriff is a sharif. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We supposed to be electing our own officials, and
Correct.
if we elect our own sharif, then he can deputize whomever.
Right. That's what I like about Shithead. Because I was like, look, you got to break it down to the people. What the fuck we so stagnated behind? We need officials. We need seats filled. Like, shit, let people know what's really going on. So who these, what you got, the natives up here on here? Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. You know what Moore's teacher went to? Where he went?
Mic check, mic check. Let me see if I close. I'm gonna come right back.